let me hit start recording and 1, 2, 3. Play.
Can you send me the link for the replay browser?
The replay browser? It should be on slippy.gg, like underneath the downloads. There should be something called like Slippy Desktop app.
Okay.
And then that thing will have a replay browser.
Okay.
Okay. Let me make sure that I know the controls here.
You're playing them in reverse. I don't know if that matters.
What?
I don't know if it matters, but that was the last game that we played.
Okay, I'm playing them backwards, right?
Yeah.
They have timestamps. Okay. So
I don't know if it matters. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. What are the controls here? Left, right, period. Okay. So I'll probably just like I'll probably start off by watching a bit, and I won't say anything for a while because I want to just like see basically where you're at and like what the big things need to change, because I don't want to like harp on you for like half an hour about like something that's really small if there's something more important, right? So,
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still here. I'm just gonna have my mic.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's take it from the top. Ready, go! So like you have a lot of like weird movement glitches, I guess, like this, where it's like you just like I don't know, what were you trying to do here?
Wait, let me see it play it. Oh, right there, I saw him coming at me, and I tried to do a short hop back air, like, away from him, but I ended up just doing a full hop, and then I realized that I did a full hop, so then I tried to come back towards stage with the back air,
Yeah.
and, yeah.
So you have like a lot of moments like that in this game, and you know, obviously I haven't watched the rest of the other games, but I'm sure it continues throughout the set where it's
Yeah.
like you kind of like your movement, like you aren't always doing the thing that you are wanting, that you're thinking of doing.
Yeah.
So that's like a number one thing that I would focus on looking at is I would really want for you to make sure that you're capable of doing the thing that you want to do, and you don't like mess up that input. So that's important.
Uh, if you see me, like, I never mean to dash attack as Captain Falcon, ever.
Uh-huh.
So whenever you see me do it, it's just, I'm playing with the new controller in this set, and the
Uh-huh.
buttons are harder to push than my previous controller.
Uh-huh.
So I'll do, like, dash attacks whenever it's meant to be
What?
short hop near.
Yeah, like in there. Okay. So something that I'm seeing a lot also is that you don't do a good job of like you're always aiming at where he is instead of where he's going to be, right? So let's take an example, and I think it'll be really easy to see in this situation where both of you like end up crossing each other up a lot. So I want you to like look at where Fox is, like right here. So Fox is right here, and then you dash attack. Well, you meant to nair at him, right? So
Yeah.
you meant to nair at him, and at the same time he nairs at you and misses, and then he crosses you up, and then you're like, oh shit, I missed. And now you're nairing at him. But look at where you are when you jump here and where Fox is already, right? You
Yeah.
can see that like he's nowhere near where you're aiming your nair.
Yeah.
And so this nair is basically you're like kind of hoping that he's just gonna like stand still and do nothing so that you can get a hit. But instead, you should be thinking about like where he's going to go. So it's kind of like a fiction had this like kind of like stupid expanding brain meme on Twitter. It was kind of true where it was like where like the smallest brain was like, oh, like I hit is like I'm
Oh, me
attacking my
punchy
opponent.
enemy. Me punchy enemy, that one.
Yeah, whatever. And then like the last one, the biggest brain was like my opponent hits himself with my moves.
Got you.
So it's kind of like that, where if you had been able to like predict a dash in or a dash away, either of those would be better than like just aiming at where he was, because it's like he's probably not going to stand still.
Yeah. Wait, so I have a question. That spot that I was just in, can you take it back?
Yeah. Let's see.
Right here, stop. That, okay, so if what you're telling, if I understand what you're telling me, whenever I saw him over there, instead of doing the nair to him, I should have thought, okay, he's gonna come towards me. Should have just to like stop his attack.
Yeah, you would want to predict either he's going to dash in or maybe he'll dash away, or you could call it this jump in, right? Like he had just nared at you before, so maybe it's reasonable for him to nair at you now. So you would want to do something to cut him off. So it's like, so you know, obviously I'm not a Falcon player, but if I were a Marth in that position, I would probably like set up a fair in place to try to catch him jumping in at me again,
Okay.
or I would down tilt to try to catch him running in.
Okay. So, damn, this is kind of throwing like a wrench in my entire game plan. Just reacting to whatever they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so I think it's so obviously reacting is good, but I think you're kind of like you're reacting too late in this scenario. You have to like at a certain point of reaction, you have to know like what you can react to and what you can't react to. And if you just want to react, right, then like in this spot right here, he's jumping at you. He's running at you, and you're in jump squat. And so upon seeing him like end up over there, you basically you're not in a range to be able to react to his options. So you could like block, or you could run to a place where you could react.
Okay.
Are you familiar with an idea of like threatening range?
No.
Okay, so threatening range is like so imagine that you're like that you're playing against the fox, right?
Okay.
And then if he's all the way across the stage and he does a nair at you, then you can react to it and you can go grab him for doing this nair, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine now, if you imagine this distance getting closer and closer, like obviously if he's right in your face and he starts to nair, you're not going to be able to react to it, right? It's just impossible. He's right there.
Yeah.
And then, so threatening range is the distance at which you're like just barely not able to react to his attack.
Okay.
So like at this distance right here, Fox is close enough so that if he were to jump and do a nair at you right now, you wouldn't be able to react. But you can imagine that if you were a little further to the left, like underneath the side platform, you would probably be able to, right?
Yep.
So it's important to keep that in mind, because while reacting is good, you need to also be able to recognize when you are able to react and when you are not able to react.
Okay, that makes sense.
And in the spots where it's like, and so usually the way melee is played is like, in this situation, either you like make a read, so you would make a read with like if you up aired in place, or if you stomped in place here, you could get a reward for that off of that read, or you could do a reaction, which would be to like, you could probably react with shield, or you might be able to wave dash back, and then you would play the next interaction.
Okay.
So like this was a good grab attempt. And that didn't work, but how do I can't. This was a good grab attempt, but unfortunately you didn't quite get there. You weren't quite crispy on that. Okay, so this was like a weird one, right? Clearly you're like trying to reaction tech chase him. But, so the way usually this happens, so wave dash forward, that's good. And then you needed to grab here.
Yeah.
But instead, you dash back.
So because I knew the shine was coming. I knew that I had messed up in that situation, and like that was it. I hadn't grabbed it. Too late for me to put out a grab because I was gonna get shot. So I dashed back to avoid the shine, and then I went to dash back in to grab him in the taunt.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So let's look at this again with that in mind. If you were going to dash back punish the shine, though, you dashed way too far back. You see? Okay, so here, shine, and then he could jump out. And this is when you're dashing back in for the grab, and I'm going to advance it frame by frame. But look, by the time you're going for the grab, he's all the way up here already.
Yeah.
This is because you tried to grab a little bit too late, right? And you weren't able to grab sooner because you dashed really far back.
Okay.
You didn't need to dash that far back. Alternatively, if you wanted to beat the shine, you could just try to space yourself such that if he wakes up with shine, then he'll miss, and then you'll grab him on top of that. So you could just be on top.
So just like a shorter wave dash forward.
Yeah, shorter wave dash forward, or if you want to do the dash back reaction, you just don't need to dash back as far.
Okay.
Then right here, you didn't do your wave dash.
Yeah, because I was expecting him to take in place because he had just
Uh-huh.
like I go for like reactions, and then once I start to notice, I try to like go off of that path. Throughout the set, he takes in place. Just tech. So like even though I'm trying to go for reaction, I'm reacting based off of my read.
Right, but this is I mean, this is the game one, right? So you've only gotten
Yeah.
you've only gotten one tech scenario you teched in place one time.
Yeah.
So I would it would basically be difficult for me to call this like a pattern, right?
Yeah.
And then again, you see how again you went for the same scenario where it's like, oh, he's gonna
Mhm.
shine, so you dash back, but by the time you come with the grab, he goes way up. You see how like you see where this dust is on the right,
Yep.
and you went back that far. But really, you only need to go back as far as like the edge of the platform here, and then you would have gotten a true punish.
Okay.
And he's able to get out, and he actually gets a punish on you because of that.
That was an accident, by the way. Hadn't mean.
No problem. Whoops. Yeah, and then that was another spot, right, where you were like trying to do a thing, but you did something else on accident. And then that time, this wave dash was kind of weird because it's like it's weird that you like wave dash so short and then went for the grab. Because look how far he goes from the nair. He goes all the way so far, all the way so far away. And I recognize that you're trying to react, but it's like if you want to put yourself in a position where you're able to react. So in this case, as soon as this snare hits him, you know that it's going to send him really far. So you can just immediately run at him. But you paused, you didn't act immediately, and then you do this wave dash. And he actually even get up attacks. He buffered one on accident. Man, did you like double wave dash? Okay, no, you wave dash and then you dash, and then you went jump cancel grab.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that initial wave dash, because he went so far, there was no need to wave dash. You could have just ran up on top of him because you know he was going to be far. It would have been better for you to dash first and then wave dash so that you would be more on top of him and then go for a reaction from that point.
Okay. That forward smash.
Yeah, it was probably a buffer ball. Obviously, you need to work on cleaning up your edge guards. Like that one, you hit the knee on him, but I feel like that was pretty lucky. Like if he rode the wall, then you weren't going to get a piece of that recovery.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind there.
What would have been optimal to do if he would have rode up the wall? If he would have did a better recovery, would have been good to do.
If you were run up the wall, then you could probably like get closer and try to like hit him with the back part of your stomp. He can meteor cancel that or he can tech, but if he misses that, then obviously you get a kill. And even if he meteor cancels it, then you still put yourself in a position to cover the next option. Okay. That would probably be the number one go-to. What is either is probably to do that to really get an extended down air with the back part because the back part's more disjointed. Or you can go for like aim your hitbox more precisely at the ledge to catch him doing the angle. Because if you look at this, like this knee pretty much is only going to hit. Whoops. This knee pretty much only hits straight up.
Yeah.
Like if he rode the wall at all, like then it wasn't happening. But if you could have like aimed the back air at the ledge here, or you could have aimed the slot. This recovery choice was kind of weird because generally with Falcon, and this obviously isn't always the case, but you either are going to like go low and like do like a weird reverse up B to try to minimize the amount you got covered, or you would up B high and then try to take advantage of your high drift. The up B you did here pretty much just made it so that there was no way to make it back. Like if you had up B'd like right here, you had a lot. Then you would have a lot of opportunities to like drift forward and edge cancel, or pull back, or like do some sort of weird drift. Or even up being here could possibly be okay. But you waited all the way until you were down here, at which point it's easy for him to just like intercept you before you can do any sort of drift. Okay. He even waits for you to just go back to so up being high is usually a little bit better. You were slow on that nair grab. You could have gotten it, but I think you might have missed the fast fall.
Which one? I didn't.
This one.
Oh.
Either you missed the fast fall, or you didn't act immediately out of hitting him with the snare.
Okay.
Immediately out of landing, you could have.
It could have been done.
This could have been a grab for sure.
Okay.
You see again, there's a lot.
Yeah,
of
I saw the wave dash.
Yeah, and there's a lot of aiming at like where you hope he's going to be. Like by the time you go for the grab, he's already rolling behind you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like it. So like it looks like you're trying to react, but you don't quite know when it is you can react and when it is you can't react.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, this is a similar spot where you downbeat, so it can't really be helped. But you up being in this spot, pretty much like this up B is like so easy to beat, right? Because you don't have any choices out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have done like some sort of weird reverse up instead.
Okay.
I don't know because I'm not a player.
Gotcha.
This double jump. Obviously you got covered by Randall.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got cucked by Randall. But I think also like if you had double jumped here, it still wasn't like even if Randall hadn't been there, I think maybe this double jump doesn't even sweet spot the ledge. So it's a bit silly to do anyway. Normally, if you're going to double jump, it'll be like it's either because it's like a stall, or because you think you're going to double jump to swap the ledge. But I'm not sure that you doing that double jump there would have even sweet spotted the ledge. I think it's likely that you just like panicked and double jump there.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, so really like focus. Also look at that, because like that's what they all want, right? They all really want you to panic there, and then that's like how people get like super like back throw shiny kills, right? It's like the opponent's just like an idiot. They just like freak out, they double jump into the shiny. Like there's no reason why that happened to you. And then after that, like the stock's basically over.
Just like a heads up, I get down.
Huh? Come again?
I said I get downloaded. Like hard.
I mean, maybe. Basically, I wouldn't worry about that, and I would focus more on making sure that you're like able to move exactly as you want to, and then just worry about like downloading or conditioning or whatever bullshit like that later. Because I honestly think that stuff is like, I think that's not very important when you're still learning the game.
Okay.
Okay, so this is... So, like, you miss this knee, and then you go for a nair, but he just crouches it, right? So, I think nair is, like, a pretty poor decision here, given the fact that he can't crouch. Like, he's at 0, so of course, if you nair him, you're going to get crouch cancel punished. It would be better for you to go for a move that can't get crouch canceled. So, stomp, knee, or grab are usually your best bets. Or maybe if you like space the snare better, but it's like really hard. Like look how far this down tilt goes, right?
Yeah.
So really the percent matters here basically, and it's like nair was a bad idea because it gave him a free crouch cancel reversal.
I hear that word a lot. What does it really mean?
What does reversal mean?
Yeah.
It just means like how to define it?
Like they took your action that was going to benefit you and made it.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like, okay, you know, whenever you're trying to edgeguard Marth and you're sitting on the ledge, but you're barely not invincible anymore, and he up Bs and hits you off the ledge, and then you get gimped. Yeah. That's a reversal.
Oh, okay.
Like, the situation is supposed to be good for you, but for some for some way they have some way to flip the situation around and go from being on the defense to offense.
Okay. No, that forward smash was supposed to be.
The forward smash was on purpose?
No, it was supposed to be a knee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, life's rough. Maybe you just did this up B in a weird spot. Let me see again. I think you could have drifted to the ledge. I think you could have pulled back further.
Probably. I have a question.
Yeah.
It's more or less just like a thing I want you to look for. Somebody told me that I shield.
That you shield grab?
No, that I shield pressure myself.
You shield pressure yourself? What does that mean?
Yeah, like I just hold shield like for no reason at all.
Yeah, okay, we can look at that. I have an idea. So, okay.
just want to know if it's something that I'm actually doing. If that person's just an idiot.
No, I mean, it's definitely a defensive habit. I have this habit, so... Yeah, okay, so you see how much you were shielding in done spots?
Mm-hmm.
So, and none of those were necessarily positions where you needed a shield. So let's look at this. So right here, you attack in place and you shield.
Yeah.
And then right here, you're about to get drilled, and then you shield. And then he gets next to you again here, and you shield. And he jabs you, and runs away, and you shield. So you see what he's talking about, right?
Yep.
So it's like every time he gets close to you, you kind of freak out and shield. But,
yep.
Which is true. I understand that is like, oh, I don't want to get hit. But there's also more ways to not get hit, right? Like you could dash back, or you could do like a hitbox instead to zone him. And it's like obviously sometimes you do need a block, or you could even roll. And it's like sometimes you should hold shield, but if it's just like a default go-to that you lean on really heavily, then it's pretty exploitable. And also shield kind of sucks because it limits your options, right?
Yeah.
Like now that you're in this shield, he just jabbed your shield, I think. Yeah. Now that you're in this shield, your options are like shield grab, roll, or jump out or do a wave dash. Like you can't dash out of shield or whatever, right? So that means if he just like goes slightly to the left, then he can beat all of your options. But instead, he tried to react to you whiffing the grab here and then get a dash attack punch. But yeah, you should also know that dash attack crosses up shields, by the way.
Good to know.
I don't know if you knew that before this, but it
No.
does. If they dash attack your shield out spacings, they go through your shield, you can't shield grab them. And so you should not fall for that because that is shield grab pain. Whoops, you meant to tilt.
I went to knee, was that like the right thing to do? I tried to knee with it. So I just didn't get the timing. Yeah, you see, I waited.
Yeah, you waited and you confirmed his angle and you tried to knee it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was a reasonable knee. You just like misplaced it, right? You need to be a little further to the left.
Oh, I thought I mistimed it.
You probably also mistimed it, but like.
Yeah, cause like I don't realize that like right there whenever they're sitting there in their fight, I wait for them to come to me, but then it's like, where else are they gonna go? Like they can't just. Yeah, they can go straight up, but then it's like I have much more time to that. But like for some reason in the heat of the moment, my brain's like, what if they just go to the blast? Like what if they just go right? Then my knee is like stupid.
No, then your knee is actually sick because they died, but even if they went at you, they would have died anyway. It's option coverage. It's not stupid. Like they're stupid because they went to the blast zone.
True.
Like it has nothing like that's like independent of sometimes good decisions are good decisions independent of what actually happened.
Okay.
So you should just do the things that are you should just try to make the good decisions, and man, if they do something stupid, that's on them.
Oh my god, remember this.
Trolling you.
Yeah.
There's not a lot here, but like It seems like you always drift back. So like he just waits for you to drift back and he hits you for it. Actually, this is this one. You actually could have grabbed that. With punishing Fox's up tilt can be kind of hard, but I'm pretty sure you could have with punish this up tilt and grab. Not that one, but look at this one. Like, but you dash back instead, cause you were like right there. I'm pretty sure you could have got a grab for this.
I was probably just scared of getting hit by an up tilt.
Yeah.
Scared of getting hit by that up tilt.
Yeah, I understand that as well, but it's like that was basically the same spot. You saw how you grabbed that up tilt?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same shit, dude. So look at we're about to like you just up tilted when you were right next to him and you grabbed him for it. It's definitely possible. Yeah, you just keep dashing super far back. You dash super far back on that second place again.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really noticed. Like, I never really put any thought to how far dashing. I was just dashing back.
Yeah, you're like basically reacting, but then you dash back so far that you can't react anymore. Okay. It like commits you to like having to make a read after that. So you only want to like go as far out of the way as you need to go out of the way. Yeah, this is another funny one. You see that? Like, why are you dashing back here?
Because I'm not very
I mean, you just see my point, right? Like, there's...
Yeah.
I know you're like, he literally dies, but like...
He could have lived.
It's nothing to do with that. Like, the point is just like, he does this up smash, right?
And I go away from it.
Yeah, and then like, you see the up smash, and then you dash away. Like, after this up smash, you should be like going for a punish, right? But instead, you just like, it seems like you just instinctively hold shield or dash away every time. And then you just come back in, and then like, he actually missed his smash turn, so he wasn't able to dash out of the way in time. And then you just knee him in the face and he dies. But like...
What's a smash turn?
He missed his dash back.
Oh.
So like... yeah, it's just like a unnecessary dash back in that spot. It feels like you're trying to react in like a lot of spots, but like this is like something that like Drug Fox calls watching the screen, right? Where if you were so like, okay, in this spot, if you were watching the screen as he did this up smash, and you saw that he up smashed and it missed, then obviously you would just go hit him, right?
Yeah.
But instead you were dashing back. Why? Because you thought some other shit was gonna happen, or you were scared of something else. But basically it's because you were just like expecting something else, but you weren't watching the screen. If you were watching the screen, you would have been like, wow, what an idiot, and you would have gone and grabbed him or hit him.
Okay.
So it's important that you should probably practice, and this is like something important for everybody in the state too. Like, you aren't like the only person that I tell this. I tell this to everybody. It's just like, it's really important. Just like, actually look at the screen. Actually look at what is happening right now. What is your opponent doing? Because openings like this really need to be capitalized on.
Okay.
And yeah, you're missing a lot of tech chases, but I basically don't think it's that serious. Like, I mean, obviously it's bad, but it's like, what am I gonna do? Tell you tech chase better? Like, you know to practice it, and you know how to practice an Uncle Punch, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, I have really bad DI. Just like a heads up. I still don't know how, because everybody thinks that I'm joking whenever I.
Okay, so here's a question: How do you do DI? Because I recently found out that a lot of people in Louisiana don't know how to do DI, and I feel kind of like I haven't taught people properly. So, serious question: How do you DI?
Okay, if I'm getting comboed, like, say like right now, you see how I'm to the left of him and to the right of me.
Yeah.
Stop it right here.
Yeah.
Say like for some reason he gets me in the air and combo. I would DI to the left and a little bit down.
Yeah, you would basically go down and out. So like combo DI is down and out, like basically the notch.
Yeah.
Right? And what's survival DI?
Survival DI is like, say he up smashed me right here.
Mm-hmm.
Since I would be going like the up smash sends me straight up, I would be going like I would go like to the left, but not just like fully to the left. Or would I? Or is it better to go fully?
Let's not worry about up smash. Like, what if he forward smashed you? Like, what if he was a Marth and he forward smashed you right now? How would you hold?
Up.
Just straight up?
Yeah, because I just want to take less knockback.
You should actually hold up and in, but yeah. Basically,
up and in.
Yeah. Combo DI is down and out, that's right. And survival DI is up and in. So since you know those things, which is good, I recently found out somebody else in Louisiana who'd been playing for years didn't know that survival DI was up and in. He was holding straight in, which does nothing.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. It's likely then that you aren't DIing early enough. I mean, it's also like this opening.
Yeah, dude, it blows also my mind. Like, sorry.
This opening is also just like, I mean, real shit. Fox could just blow up Falcon. Like sometimes you just get fucked up. But yeah, what were you saying?
Damn.
That's it?
No, it was probably something important.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, sometimes you just get fucked up even on good DI, but you should try to make it more difficult. But yeah, let's see. You get grabbed, and then up tilt. There was good DI on this third up tilt. But then he smashes you. Like, that's just good on him. The only thing that was probably bad was like you double jumping here. I'd say you double jumping here was not good. Like, you could have probably just teched here, right?
Yeah.
Or if you were going to double jump, you didn't need to come down and attack with this aerial. Because now you don't even have a double jump. And that's why you're so easy to kill here. Because you don't have a double jump to recover with.
Okay.
I think you should have just wiggled out and tech there. Or, I think you should just tried to wiggle out, and if you couldn't wiggle out, just tech there. Because at least you would have your double jump. That was mainly what got you killed. He took your double jump with the nair.
Okay.
This time, you didn't. So like you down through him, but then you didn't wave dash on top of him. So then it's like really awkward because you're like, oh, he got up in place. I'm gonna grab him, and he just up tilt you. You remember to wave dash on top of him.
I think the reason that I didn't. I think the reason like I noticed that it was really re-grabbing second place, so I went into Uncle. Kind of got into the bad habit because I realized in Uncle Punch, if you don't wave dash forward, it's easier to grab second place.
Yeah,
because,
it is.
Yeah. So I kind of got into like the bad habit of not wave dashing forward sometimes, expecting it to take place.
Yeah, on people, I mean on everybody, it's on everything. It's harder if you wave dash. Of course, it's harder to react to tech in place. But I think most of the people who are good at tech chasing, they usually do a wave dash to end up on top of them, and then they still like try to react in time. You don't have to do that, but if you don't do that, then you should at least like
Knee in
react
place.
to his DI and choose to wave dash or not. So like in
Okay.
that spot where you down through him, it was in the past. Yeah. Okay, let's go. In this spot where you down throw him, he goes far enough so that it makes sense that you would want to wave dash on top of him. If he had like DI'd more in or done no DI and just gone straight up, then it makes sense not to wave dash, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, where are you wave dashing to? You're already on top of him. I guess you could wave dash down, but that's not necessary. In this case, where he goes this direction, probably a good player would react to his DI and wave dash on top of him. But
Okay.
if they didn't do that DI, then they wouldn't wave dash.
Okay.
Then you're about to nair him again at low percent, get crouch cancel punished. This one is especially silly because he was just down tilting, so you know that he's crouch canceling. You
I just
really, yeah, you shouldn't try not to nair like that. Oh wow, he was still crouch canceling. Use your double jump again for no reason. Look.
Yep.
Like you would have been fine if you had just landed and ran away, right?
Yep.
But you really just double jumped. You just really wanted to double jump back here.
Yep.
Let's go.
Good try.
Got him. What move did you try to do here? Nair? No, you tried to knee.
Yeah.
This would have ironically been a great time for a nair or an up air. If he's in the air, and also if he's at 80, then he's not crouch canceling you anymore. So, but I mean, the important thing is that he's not crouch canceling you in the air. So going for a knee there on react, he's like, knee has a lot of startup, right?
Yeah.
So if you do a knee, it's like you have to start your knee early in order for it to connect at like an average time or whatever, because it has startup.
Yeah.
But like if he's in the air like this, he's in the air and he's already drilled, so he already has a hitbox out. So you pretty much have no business trying to knee his hitbox, which is already out, because your hitbox isn't going to be out for a while. It would be better for you to like anti-air him with a fast hitbox, or you could react to his jump and grab his landing. So like right here, I think most people would actually grab the landing. Like look how early and far away you are whenever he does this drill. Like actually this drill he does is really bad.
Yeah.
Like look again how far away he is.
I see it.
If you were like watching the screen, then you would have seen him in mid-air drilling, and then instead of like running and jumping at him with the knee, you would probably just like walk up and let him land and then knee him for it or grab him for it, right?
Yep.
So that's another part where it would have been really helpful if you had been actually looking at what he was doing, because that was definitely one you could have looked at him and been like, yep, there he goes. Like even where he jumps and he does a full drift forward, he has no chance of hitting you. You're so far away. unless if you jump into him, which is exactly what you do. Double jumped again.
Yep.
Look again. You just
Yep.
double jump near. And he's like, and you even like double jump near to the right, but he's like on the left, below you, behind you. It's a bad habit. You're doing a much better job of not shielding so much in this game, though. You did a pretty good job of just dashing back instead. You double jumped again.
Yeah, I have really bad double.
Double jumped again. Yes. Got him.
I forget that I can do that.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good mix-up.
I forget that I forget that I myself know how to do that.
Yeah. If you, this is gonna seem like terrible advice, but I think if you wanna like remember that you can do it a lot, then you should spam it.
Okay.
Like just like do it a ton and figure out where it works.
I think it's like a flashy thing. So like I spam it against people like Hibu. Or like.
Oh, okay. So you just do it to swag on people, but not to actually use it.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
it's
do it
actually
against
useful.
people like yeah. Well, because it's like it's a hack dash knee. It's like to somebody like me who's not like like super technically proficient. It just seems like such like a swag thing to do that like why would you ever do that against somebody who clearly.
Well, it's good because a lot of time like people are like they want you to like do something as soon as you come up. The hack stash like messes up their timing.
Yeah.
And then you could get. I mean, I actually think it's really good. Like it's. Just
I do it
a
against
time
Marts. I do it against Marts because they always have.
Yeah.
The,
yeah. And it's the same, but it's like the same idea, kind of, right? Like, what if you had Nair right at your thing, but you just hack stashed him?
Yeah.
Instead, and then you would be able to get up. I think it's really good, and I think you should use. I think you shouldn't underestimate it and treat it just like, oh, this is like a swaggy option. This is like a legitimately good option.
Okay.
And you can also do it with like Stomp or Nair instead. Like if you watch Nun play and SJ play, they do it a lot, and it's not just like for the swag. It's actually good.
Yeah, you see, I see those two do it a lot, so it's like I think it's for swag.
No, it's actually just a good option.
Okay, because I can also do it. I can also do like the double platform one where like you hack stash and then you hack stash top platform and then do it.
Yeah, I know.
I can also do that one, but I think that one's just like extra swag, so I never do it.
Yeah, that one is a little bit more because it's like they have a lot more time to deal with it, but I mean it still has like its uses.
Yeah.
You double jumped again. I mean, you didn't like try to double jump attack him, but you just like. I mean, look at that. Like this wasn't going to double jump sweet spot, and you also just like up lead instead of like grabbing the ledge with it. I don't know.
Oh, I could have grabbed ledge. Well, yeah, that's true.
Let's see it again. I'm not sure.
I know, I definitely could have.
I mean, the up B makes it so that you definitely can't do it. I think you double jumped high, too high to grab the ledge. But like,
probably
if you had just double jumped onto the stage, even here, right? It's not so bad.
Yeah.
You just up B and you're like in a spot where you always get back here.
Yep.
So, things I would say to work on would be like, I would say you should work on your movement, your movement. Like, make sure that you're able to do exactly what you want to do at all times. Keep practicing your punish game, obviously. I feel like that should be. It's like that's like advice to everybody in all situations. Like, no matter what, is like practicing your punish game will always be beneficial. focus on watching the screen and like, and this will be like, because you're also talking about like how you want to react a lot.
Hmm.
But I feel like you're only thinking about reacting in terms of your punish game with the tech chases.
That is very true. That's like, wow, kind of feel called out.
Yeah, you should if you want to be a reaction based player, then you should also be trying to react a lot more in neutral instead of just like randomly jumping in at him. Like really watch the screen and look at what your opponent is doing and try to pick options that beat your opponent's options.
Okay.
Like those unnecessary dashbacks and stuff. Those are not like those aren't reactions.
Yeah.
Those are just like that's just like fear or like instinct or something. You need to
Yeah.
so watch the screen and mind your double jump habits. Don't
Okay.
always instant double jump and try to attack.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully that was helpful for you.
Yep, for sure.
Yep. And I'll put this on YouTube probably either sometime tonight after Medra's done streaming, or if she's streaming past the time I go to sleep, then I'll put it up tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for this. Are you like, is this something that like you do often?
I do it like whenever people like if someone asks me for a lesson, then yeah, I'll just do one. I used to do it more often with Josiah and with Logan from Pensacola,
Oh,
and
I played him today.
yeah, on Netplay.
Yep.
He's a forward smasher.
He played Sheik.
Oh, okay. He's just fucking around
That's
learning Sheik, I guess. Um, but yeah, I used to do it more, but yeah, this is like something that was, I guess I would call it semi-regular.
okay. So like, I'm kind of like trying to ask, would it be like optimal to ask you to do this once a week or something?
Yeah, we can set up a time each week to do a lesson. If you like bring a set of your own, or if you want to look at like a different set someone else plays, and we can talk about those sets and what I feel happened in those sets. We can talk about those as well.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
cool.
Thank you.
No problem. See you later.
Here. Yep. Peace.
Peace.
Whoa. Wait.
What?
When's Lust?
March 21st, but I may be in Alabama at their pop bonus tournament or whatever, because a lot of people from Louisiana are planning to go to that.
No. Okay.
Okay. Peace.